You know, there are many things which distinguishes us as Jamaicans, sets us apart from other Caribbean countries and from the world at large. But one main thing is our faith in God. We grew up learning about God. We grew up knowing right from wrong. And that's why, even as a non Christian, you can point out when a Christian errs because you were taught the right. We all were socialized that God comes first and we should live our lives accordingly. However, somewhere along the path, we went off course. This morning, I want you to think, or this afternoon, this evening, this night, whatever time this video reaches you, I want you to think, are you dressed for the occasion? Meaning, are you in that position, that place where the standards of God's words are at the forefront of your minds? Only you can answer that question. Walk with me. Hey, welcome back, M&M family. If this is your first time viewing this platform, a special welcome to you, and I pray that you will be blessed on this journey. My thought to you this week is clothed or naked? It's a question. So, in the beginning, after God placed man in the Garden of Eden, he instructed man what to do, what not to do. However, man chose to heed to another voice, which was not God's. As such, the blame game began. When God came down to continue reasoning with man as he normally would, man hid from God because he knew that he had disobeyed. So when God called Adam, he said, I heard your voice, but I hid because I was naked. Now God asked him, who told you that you are naked? My question to you this morning, this afternoon, this evening, this night, are you clothed or are you naked? Because, guys, we become naked when we refuse to heed the instructions of God. When we refuse to obey his commands, his standards of righteousness and holiness, when we refuse to do what is morally right, we move into nakedness. Now, everybody knows that being naked means you are exposed. Everybody can see you, see everything about you. There is no covering. When we find ourselves in the path of nakedness, you know what comes next? Excuses. Yes, Adam began to blame Eve. It's the woman whom you gave me. She is the one who caused me to become naked. So nakedness pushes us into making excuses. I can't because it is my job. It is my wife. It is my husband. It is my children. It is my pastor and the church people. Them. It is because, it is because, it is because. We find something or someone to blame for our nakedness. Let me remind us, God is looking for a people who will obey him, regardless of our conditions or situations, regardless of our status at our workplaces. If you're the boss, if you're the CEO, the director, the manager, the supervisor, or a mere staff member, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Let's get back to basis. God requires a people who will obey him at all cost, even if after obeying him, it makes us unpopular in the eyes of men. That is fine with God. We obey at all cost. And a lot of times it's hard, but hear what? 2 steps. We obey and we pray. Because obedience plus prayer will beat out every sinful habit, every condition, every excuse, every sin, everything that does not align with the will of God. Obedience plus prayer will beat that out of our lives. So it's for us to ask or to answer the question, am I clothed in his righteousness? Or am I naked because of my sinful habits? Am I naked because I choose to disobey? Because remember, if you are naked, it means that you're not covered. Do you want coverage? The best protection that you can have comes from God. Do you want his coverage? Well, you have to align yourself and walk in obedience, because obedience plus prayer will beat out every condition out of our lives. Walk good, share this video with somebody. I'll see you next week. Have yourselves a great one. Blessings.